Final chapter!
Wait, is this the end of the game?
This is the final. We're starting the final chapter.
What happened to the case?
That was the end of that episode.
What happened to the last case?
We're in it!
So the last part of the game, it's just a continuation of Gregson's murder trial?
I mean, they didn't want to ever have a 3-day trial again, so they had to have a loophole.
Is that really something that the developer said, that they didn't want a 3-day trial?
Yeah, they publicly said after the first, they wouldn't do 3-day trials again. They were too long.
Why though?
Because case 1-4 and 1-5 were both so long.
Yeah, but like you can take breaks. You're allowed to turn your game off.
This is it's a break. Now let's continue.
Guess so.
So the time's finally come. Today we unravel everything.
So we're in the end game now?
I mean, the final episode. We just started, so
But this is the last case of the game.
yeah.
Like you're not gonna like bamboozle me later and tell me that there's more.
No, 100% this is the last case of the entire collection.
Oh, dope. Man, that's cool.
Be counting on your support more than ever today, Mrs. Addo. Also, that means there is no jury after case 3.
It's kind of a shame that they incorporated this new mechanic just for them to not include it in their climax.
They just did it in episode 2 and 3 of this game. And in the previous game, it was episodes 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, so
I mean, it would
5
have been
total.
easy enough to just been like, this is a council of your peers, other people in the judiciary system, you know?
Mrs. Addo.
Ah,
Haven't had this for a while.
oh, no. What's the matter, Mr. Naruto?
Nothing? I was just saying that I'll be relying on your support today, but...
Oh, I'm so sorry. Of course, I know I can be rather incompetent at times, but I shan't let you down.
Would you mind helping me to my feet, then?
Oh dear, I'm really very sorry.
Man, I wish my instinct when I get startled is to toss the person in front of me upside down.
What?
But only if I was like a 17-year-old petite girl, because it's more
Oh my
amusing then.
I don't want to think about your fantasy. 17-year-old girl. Ew.
I'm saying it's funny when a small girl throws people. Sato-san isn't her usual self at all. But that's hardly surprising, I suppose. She just found out that her father is the partner of a world-famous detective, not to mention...
Good morning, sir.
Lord Van Zeeks.
Oh, sir. Thank you for all your efforts yesterday.
Well, did I hear that correctly?
What?
Oh, no, nothing. Just, I hope we can clear things up today. I really can't make this man out. His face says I hate you, but his words are almost jovial today. In fact, he hasn't been very Reaper-like at all since this all began yesterday. I really hope he's saying this out loud. Yeah, he is.
No.
Good point.
A Reaper, I suppose, in hindsight. I shouldn't have allowed that misconception to go unchallenged.
Huh?
It was my tacit acceptance of that pseudonym. My failure to stop the Reaper becoming something more than mere legend that led to all this. But you're not to blame for that, Lord Von Zeeks.
It only became serious crime in the... It's only because serious crime in the capital dropped off so sharply when the public started calling you that. Goodness. That's why you didn't say anything, isn't it?
To be frank, I'm not sure that was so.
What do you mean?
There was a rumor at the time that the reaper was really the ghost of my late brother. That having been slain by that evil killer, Clint's restless spirit returned as some sort of demigod to wield the deathly blade of justice where I, by dint of the law, could not.
Yes, we've heard that story too.
When I lost him, I felt as though I'd lost my guiding light. I don't know where to go, didn't know where to go, what to do, and so, in some small way, I wonder if perhaps those rumors made me feel it sense a little less keenly. A little less keenly. Even though I knew it was just an illusion. Just some nonsense conjured up by an over-imaginative public. He was obviously extremely important to you, Clint Van Zeeks.
Well, what's important now is uncovering the truth. That's all that matters. I know that you didn't take anyone's life. And I intend to prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt in court today.
I never thought I'd say this. I can see it in your eyes. That burning desire to cut through all the lies, deception. Can't deny it any longer. You are a lawyer of absolute integrity.
That's an oxymoron, but thank you.
Now, tell me, why do I detect a scent of expensive tea leaves in the air?
Oh, Iris, when did you get here?
Oh. I brought you one of my special blends. Hare-ly loves it. He says it helps him with his head. I thank you. No.
That's truly the first and last time I'll ever see a sight like this. You seem different today, Iris.
Oh.
Sort of subdued, I suppose.
I am not.
What happened yesterday is obviously still playing on her mind a lot. She's clearly very troubled about having stolen that autopsy report from Dr. Scythe's laboratory.
All right, then. Good luck to you both. I have to make a move now. Oh, you're not staying.
I thought you'd want to watch today's proceedings.
Well, I'd like to cheer you on, obviously. But I've got lots to get ready.
You ready? For what?
She's not allowed inside. Oh, yes. Would you like to take this?
Isn't that one of the little felt dolls that's usually dangling from a knapsack?
Yes. It's a lucky charm. A little Hare-ly I made one.
A Hare-ly? Looks more like a Hare-ly to me. Cue laugh track.
I mean, you have a soundboard.
I don't have a laugh track set for it.
Here, I'm gonna give you a clean take. Ha 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 ha! There you go.
Could be better. But I do not want to put Titus's laugh on the soundboard.
Yeah, you got it. If for some reason you completely run out of options in today's trial, then just pull this little Hare-ly's ear as hard as you possibly can.
What? Pull his ears?
That's right. It's a way to bring good luck. I think you might need it. Okay, do it. Do it
right now?
Do it right now. Do you think that what we'll need is luck? Do it. It's such a cute little felt. Do it.
What a charming little rabbity version of Mr. Jones. Do you suppose this is how Iris sees him? Are you alright, Miss Naruto? Eyes are veritable boring into the doll's poor ears.
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering. What do you suppose would happen if I were to tug its ears with all my might right now?
I'm sure that we'll find out when the time is right. To become a proper gentleman, you really must learn stoic patience.
But I want to know.
So do I!
Too bad! We can't do it right now. Susanoo says no.
I just sneaked a peek inside the silk courtroom, and it seems very different to normal.
Yes, it would seem. A certain someone has decided to put all the stops.
What does that mean?
What about Mr. Jones, Iris? I don't know. He was out all night and he hadn't come home by the time I left this morning. Oh, I see.
Professor Mikitoba had all night too, do you think, Miss Susanoo?
Yes, it would seem so. I telegrammed the hotel this morning. And apparently they didn't come back to their rooms last night at all.
They? Well, they're dead then.
Father and Judge Shigoku, I mean.
Judge Shigoku too.
That's right. Nobody appears to have seen either of them since yesterday.
Counsel for the defense and the defendant. Court is about to be in session. Make your way inside the courtroom at once. Please.
Good luck then, Reno. Good luck, Susie.
Yes, thanks, Iris.
And you, Mr. Reaper, I hope it goes well.
Once again, I thank you for the delicious tea. Very soothing.
Oh, I'm so glad.
We must go inside now.
I just want like short episodes of just Van Zeeks and Iris just being wholesome.
Escapade.
I want like an entire like series of escapades of that though.
Yeah. Just them going to get tea, leaves together, them going grocery shopping together.
Them like making dinner. Lord Van Zeek has always been the formidable prosecutor I've had to lock horns with in court. But not today. Today I battle with another in pursuit of the truth. My best friend, Kazuma Asogi, who I trust more than anyone else in the world. Now I understand what it was that drew me here to Britain all those months ago. Now I know exactly what destiny had in store for me. It's all been leading up to this one day, to this one trial, to this one final reckoning.
God. It's a bit excessive.
Today, we'd fell a god and change our history.
Oh man.
You know, what if Ace Attorney ended with them killing a god?
Good.
Feels even more oppressive here than it did yesterday.
Just out of nowhere, it becomes a Xenoblade Chronicle crossover.
Their cold stares piercing me like knives from all sides today.
Ah! Mr. Naruto, look! Whoa.
Lord Strongheart!
Whoa! What?
Kazuma must have known beforehand.
Is this?
It looks so out of place, his, like, model there.
You didn't... Is this a... Do we not have the judge anymore?
What? You thought we were gonna see the judge again?
I'm genuinely more upset about not seeing the judge anymore than I am about Gregson dying. I didn't get to grieve. I didn't get to say goodbye.
The ramifications of this trial now extend far beyond the murder of one Scotland Yard inspector.
I'm genuinely a little upset.
In fact, events have come to light that threaten to rock the very foundations of our country's legal system.
the escape of a condemned criminal on the night of his execution and the subsequent unlawful shooting of the man. The revelation that prison staff are complicit in the jailbreak.
Britain is currently hosting influential members of the judiciary from countries all around the world. You think that, Shady? It is imperative that we uncover the truth in these proceedings to avoid international embarrassment.
What does Shady say?
He just gave a theory. A shady theory.
A shady theory. Thanks for watching.
By royal decree. you know, the Genshin Impact character, Klee.
Klee, what?
By royal decree, this will continue to be a closed trial.
Isn't Klee like the tiny little girl?
Yeah, she's like a loli that like blows everything up. And also is a drunkard, supposedly.
Listen, Chad, you're revealing more about yourself than you intend.
I mean, if you're insinuating that I play Genshin, I do not. But I watched a friend of mine, stream it, and they have Klee. And they taught me all about Klee. In one over which I, Mal Strongheart, exercise total and unequivocal authority. We'll see standing at the bench.
Unequivocal? Is that how you say
Unequivocal.
that? Unequivocal.
The six jurors flames just. As was the case in yesterday's proceedings, those here present in the public gallery are distinguished members of our judiciary, assembled to bear witness to a fair judicial process.
In other words, a collection of your acolytes, Lord Strongheart.
On a personal note, I find this most distressing, Lord Van Zeeks.
Oh, shove it up your bum.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? You are a prosecutor of exceptional talent.
What if I do like it? It's 2022, Strongheart.
Meet me in my quarters after the trial.
Oh, this is not going where I thought it was going to go.
Much like your brother, Clint, in fact.
Oh!
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
Takes out a gun.
For the trial of Baroque Van Zeeks, who officially stands accused of murder.
This is intense.
Counsels for the prosecution and defense, are you in full readiness to proceed? The defense is ready, my lord.
As is the prosecution.
Yesterday's proceedings brought to light a shocking and disturbing fact. There was a side to the victim, Inspector Tobias Gregson, that was unknown to his superiors at Scotland Yard.
Yes, he was carrying out operations in secret, which Scotland Yard knew nothing about.
And in those clandestine operations, he had an accomplice.
Mr. Daily Vigil, who would be given the inspector's identification and present himself around the capital in order to establish credible alibis for Gregson. In that way, Gregson appeared to be carrying out his regular Scotland Yard work, when in fact he wasn't.
At the end of yesterday's session, Mr. Vigil, who had been suffering from amnesia, regained his memory. It would appear he buried his memories at the time deep inside himself as a means of self-preservation. Because whilst he was engaged as chief warder at Barclay Prison, he abetted the convict's escape. Kazuma?
Mr. Vigil is currently recuperating at St. Cenis. He's recovered enough to give a signed statement about his movement on the day prior to the incident.
Sorry.
He's formally admitted to posing as Gregson while investigating the Red-Headed League.
Which brings us to the crucial fact of the victim's time of death. The defense yesterday proposed a suggestion that the victim may have been killed one day earlier. This was based largely on the discovery of the victim's pocket watch had not been wound.
Prosecution has something to report on that subject, my lord.
Really, go ahead, Prosecutor Asogi.
I met once again with the coroner yesterday to discuss the issue. She confirmed that the defense's suggestion cannot be ruled out. It's entirely possible that Inspector Gregson was killed on the 31st of October, the day before his body was discovered. I have yet odd. It's begun!
No, we got this autopsy.
I know, but this is officially the first time that there's been an updated autopsy report in the jury.
In the history of Great Britain.
In the history of this world, this is the first time the updated autopsy report has been shown.
Maria Gori created the updated autopsy report.
Probably.
1898.
She moved to Japan and moved to Germany and married the Karuma family.
Oh, no wonder Franziska's so attractive. Okay, go on.
No. I have your updated autopsy report that includes the amended details.
The official opinion of the investigation team was made clear yesterday that the time of death was 5 p.m. on 1st November.
There are indications of an attempt to disguise the real time of death, however. It seems that the natural decaying process of the victim's body may have been slowed by keeping it chilled.
That's out of the question.
But we heard lo-fi beats in the bathroom.
There are no refrigeration devices in that part of London large enough to accommodate a human corpse.
I just told you that we heard some lo-fi beats playing from the other room.
My lord, this is more than just conjecture. There's evidence to support the idea. We must investigate it thoroughly.
He was vibing, Your Honor.
Very well.
You have evidence of the vibe.
The court will accept the new report as evidence. However, if this updated report is deemed to be accurate, it would give renewed significance to the movement of the victim on the day before the Fresno Street incident.
It would, yes, especially since on that day, Inspector Gregson was using Mr. Vigil to cover up his real movements. It's conceivable that he was killed in the course of his secret activities.
Do I sense that the prosecution has some information regarding those activities?
Scotland Yard put an enormous effort into investigating the precise matter yesterday. I think we should begin by presenting the results of that investigation work. The prosecution calls its first witness now. It's gonna be Gina. Haha.
I mean, you said that as she appeared.
No, I didn't.
You said her name is started to appear.
State your name and occupation for the court. Inspector Gina Lestrade reporting. Representative of Scotland Yard. Self-conferred rank, but never mind.
Gina, again?
What's your problem, Odo? What's with that Gina again? Look, eh?
Ah,
The boss meant the world to me. He'd done more for me than anyone else ever did.
oh, Inspector Gregson, you mean?
He got me out of the back slums out on the East End and took me under his wing. Taught me that life can have a purpose. So that's why I'm the best person to be standing here speaking for him. Oh, Gina.
Right, all out of the goodness of Gregson's heart. Not at all that he had his arm twisted by Mr. Sholmes, no.
What's relevant to these proceedings is the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigations yesterday has revealed that the victim was carrying out some assignment the police knew nothing about.
Very troubling. That face. Lord Strongheart knew.
That face looks like a fish. So, Inspector Lestrade, let's hear exactly what it says in that report. Coming right up, sir. Coming right up, sir. Oh, it's me, Ringo.
Victim's movements.
All yacht's detective that's supposed to follow orders and investigate what they're told. But a little search of the boss's office turned up a notebook that had a load of secrets of meetings in it. According to that, the boss was looking into some smuggled goods dealings that day. Looks like it was a big job and all, but the coppers weren't onto it yet. What matters most is there's witnesses what saw the Reaper at the place too.
Smuggled goods.
I don't know, do I? I'm just telling you what was written in the book.
Tobacco, tea, spices, medicine. Good of all sorts flow into London by illegal channels from across the globe. It's well known that they're disposed of at regular black markets that take place in the capital. The police are rarely able to locate them in time.
So Inspector Gregson was investigating one of those black markets. It's been suggested that high-ranking government officials may be involved in black market activity. No doubt Gregson was trying to avoid details of his investigations being leaked to the involved parties. That would explain why he was operating on his own authority without the Yard's knowledge. And do we know where the dealings were taking place at this time?
In a particular room of a certain exclusive London gentlemen's club. On the day in question, the accused is known to have been there. That is the conclusion of the Scotland Yard's investigation into the matter.
That can't be. We haven't heard anything about this. Any of this.
Members of the club has testified to it. There's no question. The accused, Baron van Zieks, was present.
That would be very significant testimony then.
Oh my, but Lord Vincic has made no mention of this at all.
In short, Lord van Zieks had ample opportunity to murder the victim.
Jesus.
What?
Like I knew he did it once. I didn't realize he was slinging his unicorn staff onto the gavel. Like that's gonna break it.
The gavel? I think the gavel could take it.
The podium.
I think the podium could take it.
I don't know.
Very well then. Counsel for the defense, begin your cross-examination.
I don't think Strongheart being here is entirely necessary to be.
How about for this case, we press, like, we don't necessarily just press everything, we press what you say to press or examine. Obviously, if you don't see anything, then you can just press everything, but, like, if something's
the case just that long.
Just, I want to get to the end of it by the end of May, and I don't know if we will, so.
Okay, keep going. Sure, keep going.
Actually, maybe, I don't know, maybe we should. It's up to you, I guess.
Keep going. Keep going. Press that one.
Lord Van Zieks at the club.
He was. Detective who visited the club yesterday to make inquiries have confirmed it. Several members report having seen the accused being admitted into the room in question as a guest.
It looks like there's no disputing that he was there then.
Well, we know that Lord Van Zieks was investigating Inspector Gregson, don't we? Ray's already discovered the Inspector's secret notebook.
Which led him to the club, you mean? Maybe. Presumably then there are also eyewitnesses who can testify that Gregson was there.
None have been identified at this time, no.
So the all-important victim wasn't seen at this mysterious club.
Oi! Why ain't you asking Inspector Lestrade, eh?
So that's all I've got to work with. Gina's not holding back with the ice-cold stare of hers, is she?
I really don't know what to make of all this.
Lord Van Zieks told us that he was investigating Inspector Gregson, but he never once mentioned that he met the inspector the day before the incident.
don't think Lord Brand 6 could have been lying to us, do you?
It's not the only way to explain this.
Oh,
If everything Lord Van Zeeks has told us is true, then there must be a mistake in this testimony somewhere.
I mean, there are details we've yet to uncover.
Exactly. A clue, perhaps, that even Gina hasn't noticed. That's what we should be looking for here.
I get it.
Dragon of the Phantom Reaper Menace.
Okay, so I think I figured it out. I think we have to find that they did meet just at a different time. I think that's what. So keep going. Keep going. There, press.
Do you have any idea where those dealings were taking place?
Yep. It was Ollie and the boss's notes. Let's see if I can remember. As I already said, the illegal dealings were due to take place at a gentleman's club.
Yes, I remember, but I was hoping to find out the name of the club.
That won't be necessary.
What?
It's conceivable the club might be used again by the smugglers in future. Therefore, the prosecution has been asked not to reveal a name in these proceedings. I don't know what other flaws is about. It's right here. All I've got to do is read it out. And I could too. I've got this reading game button up now. Oh yeah, she did learn how to read. Can't I show you what I can do? Go on, what's the harm?
The judge hasn't signaled his objection yet. I could try to find out. What should I do?
It's just ruined.
Dragon said he did the whole game last year. He's already starting to hunger for Ace Attorney again. I get that. I just finished on my own this past weekend, so... This is a closed court. The proceedings are confidential. There shouldn't be any possibility of the information being leaked. As I explained, there is some possibility of politicians being involved in this affair. The prosecution is rightfully exercising caution, I imagine.
No, my lord. The prosecution has no objection.
Kazuma.
He was real angry. There's no question that Inspector Wrexham was looking into these black market stealings. However, it's not yet been established that he was on that particular trail on the day in question. The defense requires to know the gentleman's club's name. The prosecution had no objection of being obstructive. Alright then. I get to show off me reading skills. Apparently the smuggled goods deal was going to happen at a gentleman's club called the Groose. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. You press this.
Press it.
It's new, right?
I just love that, like, fit every emotion. They just, like, altered it. Dragon said, don't think it's pronounced Groose.
I like to think of it. I know it's grouse, but Groose is so funny.
The Groose? What sort of club is that?
I ain't the foggiest. Clubs ain't exactly my thing.
I mean, it's a gentleman's club. You probably won't be allowed in.
Rude. But I am kind of curious. That place is for a student like you would be readily admitted.
Racist? Have you looked in the mirror recently?
I tell you what. Me and Chief Inspector Toby could go in undercover.
Could you, though?
I'll just put a vague mustache on and nobody could tell the difference. I could pick out a few good marks and see if I can find out.
I really don't think you should go picking out anything. Anyway, that's where these black market dealings are going to take place, is it?
Yeah, it's got to be. That's what the lower-ranking detectives at the yard reckon.
Says the even lower ranking detective.
Okay, so go back because we got to present something on that one because clearly we revealed something. Save. The Grus.
Ah, that's making me hungry. For goose. Or
Mm.
goose, sorry.
I don't think I've ever had bird other than chicken.
You never had duck?
No, I don't think so.
Duck's alright.
I was given the
I can't-
option to consume duck, but I refused.
I can't have duck in like large amounts because it's kind of gamey, but now and then it's
Oh.
not bad.
So dumb. I've had turkey. I've had turkey and I've had
I
chicken.
mean,
that's
turkey is not a bird. Turkey is a dinosaur.
it.
Technically, they
Okay.
all are.
Go to the third screen.
Let me know if you want a hint.
Yeah,
You want a hint?
sure.
We have to examine something closely.
Oh, dope. Do we have to examine the chest? Did we just get the book? Did we get the book?
No,
No, we didn't get the.
no, she has the book.
Okay, so go to the next item. No, the next item.
This way?
There. Next item. Can I see that? Okay. Go back out. Go next one. Yeah, check in there. Open that bad boy up.
Open it up. For the record, just gonna say the same stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just so you don't have to go through all the text again.
Go next one. Not the Asogi papers. Go next one. That picture is taken while they were all at the Grus. Next one. I don't think
You do what? You cut out.
that one's relevant. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
I can set the golden goose is in this testimony.
Keep going. There might be something in this one.
Even though it's saying it's new, there's nothing.
Okay, go back.
It'll be the same stuff.
Okay, keep going.
It's gonna say stuff new for everything because we're in a different case.
Keep going. Is it this one?
No,
Okay, keep going. Is it this one?
no.
Keep going. It's not that one. Wait. Could it be that one? No, keep going. Keep going. Oh, is it this one?
No.
Is it this one?
No.
Keep going. Oh, is it in the newspaper? The newspaper. Is it the newspaper?
This?
Yeah.
No.
Is it the blue sheet of paper?
Maybe.
Let me see. What does it say?
Professor Mikotoba has wonderful handwriting, doesn't he? This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy. It's just me, or does that make me sound extremely untrustworthy?
I do wish he'd at least call you a nice young man.
Really not sure that would help.
Oh!
What?
What is this? It's a whoa
Should I click
black
it?
bird. It's a gruesome black bird.
Who?
Oh, it looks like this is some sort of steamship ticket. The SS Grus, first cabin, number 001. Yokohama departure, 11th of September, London arrival, 1st of November.
Ah, that's the boat that Professor Mikotoba and Judge Shigoku came on from Japan, isn't it?
Yes, I think it called at Dunkirk on the north coast of France for a night before finally arriving in Dover.
I think it's been almost a year since we arrived in Dover on the SS Bria. Seems a shame not to keep your ticket as a memento of your trip, don't you think?
Yes, I agree. I have mine safely in my diary.
I keep mine in my wallet, so I have it with me at all times. Oh, well, how strange. Where could it have gone?
How do you like this on purpose, Mr. Naruto?
Did I imagine it, or was that comment accompanied by a little sigh?
Oh, okay, present this.
Listen, I relate to both Rinosuke and Susato there.
Yeah, my wallet has a subway train ticket from when I was in high school and I went to New York.
I'm complete with the Susato "Are you like this on purpose" to myself.
Yeah. Go! Object! Content.
I've read about these clubs that exist here in Britain. As I understand it, the places where well-to-do gentlemen socialize with friends and colleagues.
Don't imagine for a second that a foreign student like you would be admitted.
Seriously, is your mirror cracked or something? Do we know for sure that the contraband dealings were definitely happening at a club called the Groose?
Dragon is just like screaming internally this entire case. That's how you say that.
I'm sorry. We know it's pronounced Grice, but
it's actually pronounced grouse. The police are currently looking for evidence, but haven't found anything definitive yet.
I'm sorry to say that they probably won't.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that the place Inspector Gregson was secretly going to visit on 31st of October may not have been a gentleman's club at all. You're showing a very irreverent attitude towards our country's police force there, Counsel.
Wow, Strongheart, shut up.
If it wasn't a gentleman's club, then what was it? A steamship. The dragons are all aboard the SS Groose.
That's the foghorn.
Oh god, I want to go on that cruise ship now. I don't care if it's not a cruise ship. If it's a cargo ship, I still want to ride it.
The ship.
And I get seasick. I'd be like throwing up to the tune, and I'd be like, I'm okay with this.
Legend of Zelda themed cruise would be a fun experience.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd be high on anti-nausea medication the entire time, but that'd just make it better.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, Navi was there.
I mean, the one cruise I went on, I was on anti-nausea medication the entire time. I enjoyed it more or less. Sleeping still kind of sucked, but like, I have the evidence to prove it here.
I get a little seasick when I get on, and that's about it.
I get seasick the entire time, and even on the medication, I can still feel the rocking. But I don't really get sick unless I'm laying down.
Just gotta sleep standing up.
I just went like 3 days, like little sleep. It was fine.
Yeah.
Let me see that.
Why does Strongheart look so angry all the time?
This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy.
Flip it around, my dude.
The other side, my lord. Be more specific next time.
Why are you so upset about this?
This would appear to be a ticket for passage upon a steamship, yes. Because he's late. He's supposed to be in a meeting like 2 days ago.
He's so late for that meeting. For some, like, you have this impression that he's super punctual. He's just like aware of time, but he's actually terribly late.
Yeah, he's actually not gone to a single one of his meetings he's been talking about for a year. He's just late to all of them.
He just likes to keep track of time, but he does not submit anything.
He can tell you how far late he is for everything in his entire life, and he's not attended any of it.
I was late to my own birth by 3 hours, 72 minutes, and 64 seconds.
It's like, excuse me?
Yes, that's gross. Oh yeah, he was a C-section because of that.
There's a steamship named the Groose that happens to share a name with the club. But I'm afraid to say, flaw in your logic there.
How?
Look at the ticket. Notice the date of arrival in port.
The ship arrived at the port of Dover on 1st November. Ah!
The day on which the sound like a gunshot was heard on Fresto Street. In other words, day in question here, 31st October, when the victim was on his clandestine mission, that ship hadn't yet docked on British shores.
That would certainly make an undercover investigation somewhat challenging. The fact that the steamship hadn't yet reached Britain substantiates the defense's assertion the victim was investigating the SS Grouse on the day in question.
Then show your evidence for the assertion.
Very well. I expect to say very well.
You called my bluff.
In that case, counsel for the defense, present your evidence to the court now. Evidence that substantiates your claim that the victim was investigating the SS Grouse on 31st October.
The chest
The chest?
with the passport.
The passport?
Yeah.
What's this? A passport for traveling issued to the victim. Dated 31st of October. What are you suggesting? I'm suggesting that one day before the inspector's body was discovered, there's a distinct possibility he wasn't even in the country.
That was actually just me. That wasn't even me voicing cousin.
Order! Order! This document is for passage to France. It does appear to have been officially authorized. The day before the SS Grouse arrived in Dover, it docked on the northern coast of France for a night.
According to my father, who was on board, at the port of Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, France. What could possibly have taken the victim there?
Or,
I'm impressed, Rinosuke Naruhodo. That's what didn't expect you to get your hands on that passport.
What? You mean, you knew about this?
oh,
The prosecution strategy for this trial has been laid down by the Crown Prosecution Office. On the day before the incident, the victim was investigating contraband dealings at the London club. As the outcome of Scotland Yard's investigation, the line the prosecution has been asked to follow. Personally, I don't agree.
Kazuma,
Dragon
he's
says-
not doing your job.
He's gonna do his job however he feels like it. Dragon said he's trying to prove the body was moved, compelling evidence.
That's rude. Kazuma, you're not doing your job.
Let him live his life! Whatever's
Oh,
left of it.
That's what that's why they're friends, because they're both like, the pursuit of justice is too delicious of a temptation.
Hey, I mean, Van Zeeks does the same thing. In fact, Van Zeeks is like outright contrary, and they're just like, just the very fact that they tell him not to do something, he's like, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, but like, at least he works for the prosecutor's office. Kazuma's like, screw them. I don't care about them. I'll do my own thing.
I think the prosecution's office is trying to hide something.
What?
Kazuma, you're not allowed to say these things.
And now that you have excellently disproven the assertion, I tend to reveal what I believe that's something to be.
What are you,
Kazuma just like,
what are you playing at, Prosecutor Asogi?
this next scene, he's just like sitting next to Rinosuke. He just moves sides of the court.
The other bench is
Now we're
empty.
both- yeah. Now we're both in defense.
They just,
What are you gonna do?
and Kazuo just starts like giving his case and like pointing to the empty bench and being like, "What do you say to that, prosecution?"
Oh, silence.
And then just shows prosecution ...
But then,
And he's just like, your stunned silence can only.
just imperceptibly so, you hear the subtle.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be ouchie. And ouchie is just like
And then
talks
Ouchie
about the
comes
bitter
out.
taste of coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, the bitter taste of black coffee.
It's like, oh!
You thought I was Winston Payne's ancestor.
I'm actually half Latino.
Okay, anyways.
I'm sorry.
Oops,
A
crap.
courtroom is a forum. A courtroom is a forum for the truth, my lord. I love that Vincent Payne is Latino. Oh, that's so funny. Which is, I'm gonna be Muscle Man. Which is why.
No, read it normal. There's enough going
I
on.
just came out in my giggles. I couldn't help it. Which is why my duty. Which is why my duty to present all the facts without exception.
Let me guess. This was your intention from the outset, wasn't it?
The reason Inspector Gregson secretly made his way to the steamship docked in France on the day in question was to carry out a mission for the Reaper.
The Reaper?
Yes, sir.